show at the legendary Nick's Comedy Shop. Stop? I don't know.
Good place.
It's you guys may know. Now it's uncomfortable. Let's start over. Hey guys, how many people are here tonight for the first time? It's an old comedy trick right there. All right, guys. Very funny. Yeah, let's have a hand and welcome Mr. Mike Obrian.
Good to be here on a Friday night. I'm excited. You guys excited? Yeah? We got some people on dates tonight? Guys are like, no, we're not on a date. No date here. No date here. We're splitting that bill down the middle. Dating's tough though. Dating's tough because of double standards. Women think they have the worst double standard because women will always say, if a woman sleeps with a bunch of guys, she's considered a whore, but if a guy sleeps with a bunch of women, he's considered a stud. That's not fair. That's the worst double standard. No, guys have the worst double standards because if a guy cheats on his wife or girlfriend, the guy still is considered an asshole. Oh, I just totally fucked that joke up. That's how you do that. You admit it, and you start again. Yeah.
Best friend right here.
Wait, it has to be your boy. Guys have the worst double standards. If a guy cheats on his wife or girlfriend, the guy's considered an asshole. But if the woman cheats on her, wow. But if the woman cheats on her husband or boyfriend, the guy's still considered an asshole. Thank you. See, the woman has a fallout. She can just say, well, the guy gained a lot of weight, he couldn't hold a job, and he cried all the time. That was just a hypothetical situation. That did actually happen to me. And when that happened to me, my girlfriend and I, we broke up like most normal adults do, drunk on Thanksgiving. And when we did that last fight, out of nowhere, she punched me in the face. I didn't even see it coming, right in the nose. And when I told my friends that my girlfriend punched me in the face, they all said the same thing. They said, oh my God, what did you say to her to make her punch you in the face? Which is ridiculous, because if a woman came up to me and told me that her boyfriend punched her in the face, my first response was, oh my God, what did you say to him to make him punch you in the face? She would punch me in the face, break her hand on my face, and call the cops for breaking her hand. And when the cop came to arrest me, he would say, sir, what did you say to her to make her punch you in the face? It's crazy, when horrible things happen, everyone says, never forget, and we'll always remember. I talk about my ex-girlfriend every day, and people call me a psychopath and tell me to move on. I have moved on, though. I've gotten on Tinder, because that's what society says we should do right now. And I went on a date last week. We went out for food, and we had a great time. Went back to her place, watched the Grammys, made out a little bit. I was like, that was a kick-ass date. I dominated that date. I was excited. I asked her out on Wednesday or Thursday, see what she was doing for the weekend, and she said, you know what? I think it would be great if we were just friends. What do you think about that? I said, that is awesome. In fact, after work, why don't you come over to my house and we can put together my pirate Lego set? That sounds amazing. Maybe after that, we can eat nachos and play video games, huh? You know what? Maybe my mom's making chicken and stovetop and your mom's making chicken and stovetop, and we can set it up and we have 2 meals of chicken and stovetop. I have friends that don't want to be friends with me, and I have friends that I don't want to be friends with them. I don't need another friend that doesn't have sex with me. I'm all set. Thank you very much. I'm 33, so I start going to the doctors a lot now. Like, I go all the time, every year for my physical. And I went to a new doctor, he had my file, and he saw that since my last physical, I'd gained 15 pounds. And so he says to me, he says, Mike, you know what? Since you gained that 15 pounds, my suggestion to you is to lose that 15 pounds. And then when you lose that 15 pounds, lose another 15 pounds. Thanks, Doc, that's awesome. Doc, when I get my blood work, can I get an STD test too? And he goes, why? And he's like, well, Mike, just think about it. If you lose that 30 pounds, you'll be back here every month for an STD test. I was like, yeah, Doc. greatest doc ever. So I get the STD test, I get the results in the mail. 2 weeks later, in the mail, I get a letter. And it's like blood pressure, cholesterol, and then it gets in the STDs. It says gonorrhea, okay, HIV, okay, syphilis, okay. Okay does not answer the question if you're not having an STD. So I had to call. I had to call up my doc and be like, Doc, what does okay mean? He says, oh, you're okay. I said, Doc, I thought I just hit the triple crown of STDs. Can you follow me around more often?
I thought you didn't need any more friends.
I did, that's true. Just stalk me, it'll be okay. But I always wondered what would happen if I actually had something wrong with me, and I found out just a couple months ago. I get the letter in the mail, okay, and then it says you have high protein in your urine, give me a call. What? I can't watch ER and not think I have what's on the show. Like, that doesn't help me at all. So I did what every red-blooded American does. I went on WebMD to see what I really had. And it said that I had kidney stones, I was diabetic, or both. And when I told all my friends that I thought I was diabetic and had kidney stones, their response floored me. Because when you're a kid, you get your tonsils taken out, you miss a week of school, everyone's like, get well, Jimmy, they give you cards and toys and ice cream for the week. When I told people that I had kidney stones or I was diabetic, everyone's like, you need to get your life together. You eat like shit, you drink too much. That's a problem. Like, if you were to break your leg, when you're a kid, everyone signs your cast, you're like, oh, that sucks, you're gonna miss the rest of the season. I'm 33, if I were to break my leg, people will be like, were you drunk? What were you doing in a tree? Did you fall out of a tree? That's disgusting. My friend is 32. He had skin cancer on his nose. Went in, got skin cancer. His nose was ripped off his face, put reattached, had to go to work the next day because he didn't have enough sick days. When he got to work, he told everyone that he had skin cancer removed, and everyone's like, you should have been wearing sunscreen. If he was 13, he would have gotten a trip to Disney World and met Hulk Hogan. I watch the news now because I'm old, and I love the weather reports. Like, the weather reports are awesome because the weatherman, it's always the same thing. He'll say the time and temperature and how much snow is there, and so it'll be like, in Lowell, there's 7 inches of snow and it's 17 degrees. In Worcester, there's 8 inches of snow and it's 20 degrees. And Cheryl from Shrewsbury called into the Weather Center. She said it's 12 degrees and there's 8 inches of snow. Thanks for calling into the Weather Center, Cheryl. What possesses Cheryl to call into the Weather Center? Honestly. But you know she's hot shit in Shrewsbury. Like, she'll be walking through the grocery store and people will be like, oh my god, it's Cheryl from Shrewsbury. And it's always some old lady. It's never a guy, and it's never a guy in the city. Like, you never hear the weatherman go, well, we had Tommy from South Boston call into the Weather Center. He said it's wicked fucking cold outside. And if this boss thinks that he's going to show up at that bullshit Callahan tunnel and try to fix that thing, well, he can go back home, watch The View, and go fuck himself. And if anyone thinks they're going to park in that spot that Tommy shoveled out, well, they can expect a statue of the Virgin Mary right through the goddamn windshield. All right, guys, I'm Michael Brown.